Ano pong posisyon yung pinapakilala niya? Ano po daw siya? At silang po.
Yes, nagpapakilala siya na ASEC ng Presidential Management Staff. At may specific instruction daw siya kay unang ginang Marcos na linisin ang bureaucracy. Ang pakilala niya, siya ang janitor ng bureaucracy. Aalisin yung mga remnants ng previous administration at papalitan. Dito ang director, si Director Labin.
Yes, to add lang doon sa statement ni Director, we heeded the call of our Director to intensify our campaign against all forms of criminality. When he got into the bureau, he called on all of us, and we made a promise that we will support him. And this is just the start of it. Maganda yung panawagan ni Director, kailangan tugunan. Lalong-lalo na itong modus na ginagamit ang Office of the President. This is not the first time that J.B. Cruz ay nahuli. Was already arrested by the NBI before. He has more than 20 criminal records and derogatory records on file with the NBI. Ranging from estafa to illegal recruitment to usurpation of authority to use of alias, concealing true identity, true name. At hindi lang dito sa Metro Manila, meron siyang mga kaso sa Cebu, Davao, Bulacan, Calamba, Laguna, and the NCR. He had been doing this for more than 20 years already. We have seized also during the operation last Thursday the laptop and the mobile gadget. We are submitting the same for forensic to determine and establish the extent and scope of his operations. We will try to get in touch with those whom he had communicated tungkol dito sa modus na ito. We are calling on the public to come forward and file complaints against these people. We remember that about last month, there was a directive for all presidential appointees to submit their credentials, and this was given the impression na ito yung maglilinis regarding the appointees dun sa dating administration. And this was taken advantage of by this group. So ito yung sinasabi nila, sinabi kanina ni Director, na siya yung sweeper or janitor. Na kung gustong maglinis, there are more than 6,000 presidential appointees in the bureaucracy, in the whole of government. So you think of getting appointed, getting promoted, they're offering their services for a fee. Doon sa sinabi ni Director na Customs is not accepting for himself. Ang sinasabi niya ay para yun din sa office ni ES, and then pag na-appoint ka na sa Customs, sabi niya ang sa kanya ay tara na lang. Doon na lang siya kukuha sa tara. So they are promoting corruption in the bureaucracy that you are eyeing an eye for position. We got him in Pasig. It's very difficult because we were moved from La Union, kami yung regional office, and we coordinated with our NCR, our thanks to RB Romel Vallejo, and our TFAID agents, our thanks to Chief Ross Jonathan Galicia. Mahirap because we have to move the team, and first this was set or arranged at Okada, but later on we were moved to a place in Pasig, at may ginagawa silang pagpapagpag. Sinasanitize nila mabuti pati yung parking spaces. So they would go near our vehicles and check on whether they are being surveilled, they are being cased, kung they are being tailed. The 6 others, they were wearing jackets with the insignia of Malacanang and the Office of the President. You can just imagine that. Kung kayo man ang nandun, medyo mag-aalanganin kayo. Yung dalawa sa kanila ay may radio equipment pa. Meron silang communications equipment. At bago kami dinala doon sa room ng hotel, this is a secured environment, pinagpag muna nila. Ibig sabihin, tiningnan nila kung meron talaga kaming dalang pera. And you cannot just use boodle money on them. They have to check kung totoo yung perang dala mo. You have to show it to them yung nagpapagpag before you are allowed access to the room. That's how difficult this operation was. But again, we responded to the call of the director. We promised him we will support him, and this is the result of it. I would not be surprised if the other regional directors and the other district directors and the other Manila chiefs will also, in the next few days, intensify their campaign against all forms of criminality. They were caught in flagrante. Tumanggap ito, in-examine ng aming chemist for presence of fluorescent powder on the Palmar aspect ito, and they tested positive. We have a certification from the Office of the President na hindi siya in any way connected, hindi siya USEC, hindi siya ASEC. Not only that, we were given a list who are the USEC and who are the ASEC. So dalawa, sinara namin. Hindi siya connected at sino yung mga may appointment. Thank you.
Thank you, RD. Any question?
Sir, Sir Attorney, may katanungan. Since 20 years yung activity niya, napakaswerte tayo na nahuli natin ngayon. 20 years activity, hindi natin na observation. Paano nahuli natin?
Yes, that is why we are calling on the cooperation of the victims. Kasi ito is victim-based. We are calling on the cooperation of the victims. We are doing this, yung public awareness, na itong grupo ay nang bibiktima. They will exploit on a particular piece of information na sinasabing maglilinis yung gobyerno, and they will get in touch with those who are willing or interested to be promoted or to be appointed. Ito yung kanilang modus. It's very scary because they have this piece of information.
Other questions? Yes, sir.
Sir Glenn, DCBB. Sir, ano lang, nagsimula ba tong operasyon na to dahil may timbre na rin from the palace na may gumagawa ng ganitong kalokohan, or sa inyo po mismo galing yung mga information?
Sa amin galing yung information, and in fairness to another law enforcement agency, they are already being surveilled. I would not be surprised if magkakaroon ulit ng panibagong operation dito. But they are already being tailed, being surveilled by another law enforcement agency. Nauna lang kami. But in all fairness to the palace, walang pagtatakip. As a matter of fact, we got the full cooperation of the palace with the issuance of a certification and a list of those who were appointed as USEC and ASEC. Ganun ka-cooperative ang palace. The palace does not promote this kind of activity. The palace is condoning this kind of activity.
Sir, isa nga lang pong mas malinaw, sir, doon sa modus nila, yung sweeper na binabanggit ninyo ganun, sir. Please, paano yung siguro mas madali na maunawaan ng mga kababayan natin kung ano talaga yung estilo nila, ano yung ginagawa nila para makapambiktima?
Merong piece of information na nakarating sa kanila na ang lahat ng presidential appointees were required to submit their credentials. And this is true. Even us at the NBI, we submitted our credentials. At sinasabi nila na pag ikaw ay appointee ng past administration, you just might be removed. With the ongoing political situation, they took advantage, they exploited this piece of information. At sinasabi nila, nalilinisin, tatanggalin yung mga na-appoint dati. And then they are now selling the positions or the promotions. And that is why we got this piece of information and converted this into an operational activity for the Bureau.
Sir,
Other
question po
questions?
from
Yeah, yes.
Teleradio. Ay, sige sir.
Ikaw na. Then,
Apo, have we identified, sir, kung may mga officials ba or local officials na kumagat dun sa modus nila, iniimbestigahan na rin po ba natin sila?
We will go into that. We have seized gadgets, yung kanilang laptop. We will do some forensics on the gadgets to determine the extent of their activity and who are they communicating in regard to their modus operandi. I personally believe walang magtotolerate dito.
Director, paulit lang po yung paumpisa niyo sinabi. Ano pong posisyon yung pinapakilala niya? Ano po daw siya? At silang po.
yes, nagpapakilala siya na ASEC ng Presidential Management Staff. At may specific instruction daw siya kay unang ginang Marcos na linisin ang bureaucracy. Ang pakilala niya, siya ang janitor ng bureaucracy. Aalisin yung mga remnants ng previous administration at papalitan. So if you are interested for a position, ayun nga, ino-offer nila 500,000 to 1 million.
Okay, Director, kung sino man po, no, yung kanyang modus ay hindi biro. Considering na ang target victim niya ay may mga kakayanan umupo sa posisyon sa gobyerno.
Yes, sir.
Para po magkaroon siya ng ganong kalakas na loob na i-modus itong mga aspirants o aspiring public officials natin, ano po ang background niya, kakayanan niya?
Mahusay siyang magsalita. Mabulaklak ang kanyang dila, no? At ang kanyang pananamit during the pagka meron siyang binibiktima, talagang kung todo maniniwala ka na siya ay asik nga with bodyguards. Ayan, yung anim pa na iba. With bodyguards na naka-ano rin, with logo ng PSG. Isipin mo talaga, taga Malacanang siya. Mahusay ang kanilang style.
Sir, na-mention niyo po kanina na 20 years na pala siyang nag-ooperate saka marami ng patong-patong na cases sa kanya. Paano siya nakapagpatuloy sa pag-ooperate kahit marami na siyang cases before?
We have the pieces of information. Yung iba dito ay for some reasons na-dismiss, but for the others may warrant siya. Yung iba reported sa NBI, so this forms part of our derogatory database. Ito yung hinihikayat namin, yung biktima na ipagpatuloy yung kanilang reklamo. Hindi, porket nahuli na ito, kagaya ngayon, ay hindi na kayo magrereklamo kung kayo ay nabiktima nito. This is part of our program, yung public awareness, informing the public of anong modus meron, anong piece of information na kukuha ng criminal syndicates that they exploit, that they take advantage of, kagaya nito. They took advantage of that piece of information. Tama si Director, he looked very dignified when we were dealing with him. Nakabarong ito at may insignia. Who would not believe him? But we checked. Hindi naman pa pwedeng maniwala kami, we checked. And very complacent siya. Kampanting-kampante siya because he knew for a fact that he was dealing with an NBI agent who wanted to be promoted. Ganun siya kakampante. But we always tell our agents, complacency kills. Yung pagiging kampante yan ang nakamamatay. Ito, well, buhay pa ito.
Sir, anong mga kinakaharap na o kakaharapin pang kaso niyan, sir?
Ang ngayon ay meron kaming isinampang estafa, meron kaming illegal use of alias, yung insignia, and for the other cases, titingnan namin yung sa forensic namin at titingnan namin yung pupunta pang ibang biktima niya. But in the past, he was charged for illegal recruitment, that's on record with the NBI, cases ranging from estafa, concealing true identity, use of alias, the same, falsification of private documents. Ito yung tools na ginagamit nila sa kanilang criminal activity.
Sir, tawag lang sila? Tawag, email, text, ganun lang sila manloko? O nung maharap talaga sila personal?
Umaharap sila personally after a series of communication. Everything was recorded in our mobile gadget used by our agent. Nakikipag-message siya. We have the convo, the communication with our agent. It's recorded. And we are submitting this. And yung kanilang ginamit na gadget ay ipapa-forensic namin.
Other questions? Wala na po. We have a question.
So maraming salamat sa inyo at itong pagkakataon na ito, tulungan nyo kami manawagan sa publiko, yung mga nabiktima nila, pumunta sa amin para lalo nating mapatibay ang kaso laban sa kanila. Kasi ang kaso nila, bailable eh. Pagka nakapag-bail yan, ayan na naman. Kung yung mga kababayan natin na nabiktima na, hindi lalapit sa amin para makipag-cooperate, tuloy-tuloy na naman ito. Wala naman kaming magagawa kung nakapag-bail. So yun ang panawagan namin. Lumabas sila. Isang pa namin ang kaso kung nabiktima sila. Huwag silang mahiya at nabiktima sila ng ganitong klase. Yes, kaya nga nakakatuloy pa rin eh. Ilang beses nang nahuli yan ng NBI, makakapag-bail, nakakapagtrabaho uli sila. No? Other cases, yung mga complainant hindi na sumisipot sa hearing. So nadidismiss. Wala kaming magagawa doon. Kaya kailangan namin yung cooperation ng publiko, yung mga nabiktima. Ituloy natin ito nang matigil na once and for all itong modus operandi nitong mga tao na ito.